Hello, this is our updated high conviction video. The research team met earlier in the week to discuss the high conviction list. We're certainly encouraged by what's happening around in the markets. The Trump bump has certainly buoyed market sentiment, with the ASX 200 up around 5% year to date. So certainly think the reinflation argument in the US, lifting global inflation and therefore interest rates, is definitely a good thing for markets, and we certainly think that or are encouraged by the fact that central banks around the world and monetary policy is not the only game in town. We do have fiscal stimulus now helping reflate the global economy and global growth. So we are certainly encouraged by that. And there's been a lot of discussion around how we position the high conviction list, particularly around some of these thematics. But the bottom line is, whilst the reflation argument is going to take place, interest rates are going to go up quite gradually, and certainly think that there's going to be bumps along the way. So how we positioned the high conviction list is essentially stocks that we think are going to outperform regardless of the macro noise that takes place. These are quality companies that we believe under all circumstances are going to shine because of its operational excellence, quality of earnings. So certainly feel like we didn't need to make wholesale changes to the list. Instead, we've added two stocks to the list, ResMed and Speedcast. So firstly, in the ASX 100 list, we've added ResMed. ResMed is a medical device company in the healthcare sector, which makes masks for sleep apnea. ResMed we like because its 3-year earnings profile is about 11% over the next 3 years. It's a US dollar earner with a significant amount of its revenue linked to the US economy, so certainly see a lot of growth there. It's also attached to the medical devices and medical technology segment of the market, and which is growing quite rapidly. So certainly think ResMed is very well poised, particularly in an event where we see a lower Aussie dollar and a stronger US growth in a quality company with a strong market share there. In the X100, we've added Speedcast to the list post its recent acquisition, which has diversified its revenue stream. Just by way of background, Speedcast is an internet reseller, a satellite internet reseller for the industrial sector. Post its acquisition, about 45% of its revenue now linked to energy. And certainly if you've been listening to our recent analyst videos and reading our notes, if we are at a point in time where we see energy coming off the lows, then certainly Speedcast is very well poised for that. Like ResMed, it is a US dollar earner with almost a third of its revenue denominated out of the US. So certainly think if we are in a cyclical recovery, a reflationary environment, as well as we're going to see growth out of the US, then Speedcast and ResMed are very well poised. So they're the two changes that we've made this month. Please click on the link below for the videos where analysts talk about the stocks in more detail. Thank you very much.